I love so much to watch What a Show. You're watching What a Show. A cyberbully? Oh my, what will they think of next? If you need anything, please do not hesitate to push the purple button to your left. An attendant will be with you shortly. My mother-in-law is always up my ass about how I spend my day. I can't help but chuckle because me? I'm watching What a Show on twitch.tv. Heavens, look at the time. It's nearly What a Show. I wonder what Charlotte and Patrick will get up to today. I hope it's Craigslist. I think the mods should be allowed to ban people, if it's funny. What's that? A show? Never thought I'd see the day. Heavens, look at the time. It's nearly What a Show. Sometimes I wonder whether Patrick is actually hurting Charlotte's feelings, or if it's all one big joke. Fascinating. Quiet, darling. What a show is about to start. All right, let's wrap it up. The French What a Show. I miss the Patrick is Afraid of Bones era. It's just not the same show anymore. If I was Charlotte, I'd simply get a better computer. It doesn't seem all that complicated. If What a Show were ever to fully solve its technical issues, I imagine I would have to stop watching. Oh god, it's What a Show. And it's headed right towards us. What do you think Charlotte dreams of? Is it pleasant? Frankly, I'm here for Waylon and Gatito. You know, back in my day, we didn't have anime sex noises. It's What a Show time. Look out, it's What a Show.
All right, that's enough countdown. There's too much countdown. We finally cut out the dead weight. Talking about Charlotte. She's out. She's fully out. I've reset all the passwords. I have changed my locks. I have adjusted all the payment methods accordingly. I will still be selling. I still own the likeness, so I'll still be selling all the merch with her face on it. But she was holding me back. We all knew it. No one, everyone here was too polite to say it. But I'm not. So I'm not afraid. And if she wants to come for me in court, of course that is her right under law. But yeah. Oh no, I just put a typo in the... Wait, why am I seeing chatbot in the... Oh god. Oh, the I button was gone. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why you can't see the... Everything's moved around. Whoa. What the fuck? Sorry, I'm looking at my overlay stuff because I was messing with it, and it's like...
Long-term success
Everything's
in network marketing comes
sized
only if you've got
wrong.
products that move people.
I don't know what's going on. All right. Well, anyway, thank you for the subs. Gabe McClafferty, and I think Dave B. Gifted 5. Thank you very much for that. I don't know where all the chat... I don't know where, like... Oh, the chat box is so small. That's why. Still can't see it, though. All my bot stuff is, like, tiny right now. But it's also then not showing it. Whatever. You don't care. That's not why you're here.
Long-term success in network
Thank
marketing
you.
comes only if you've got products that move people.
Long Lost Lizard for gifting. And Toaster Strudel for subscribing with Prime. Oh, the chat box is there? It's just tiny. It's just a
Long-term
tiny at the
success in
bottom.
network marketing
Look at
comes
that.
only if you've got products that move people.
Oh, God. It's gone again. It's tiny again. What the what is this? One of these days, I'm going to learn how to use... I'm just going to learn the basics, you know, of stream software. Not today. Not today. Are there 2 now? There's... This is the worst, isn't it? Isn't it the worst? Oh, so the merch came in. I did not order the logo. Alan Umber, thank you for continuing your gift sub. I did not order the logo hoodie or the
Long-term
logo
success in
t-shirt.
network marketing comes only if you've got products
Thank
that
you,
move
Mike Al
people.
Human. But I did. Whoa, it's so big. There we go. Oh, we do have a hype train. Thank you. This. Look at that. You kidding me? Come on. Come on. Look at that. Gotta pay the dirt price. We got love you like a brother, or wait, no, miss you like a brother, love you like a dog, Carson claims another. They actually came out, much better than I thought they would. I'm very happy with them and very excited. It's, I guess, oh, there's the merch link too, if you want one. The merch is similar to if you've ordered anything from Rooster Teeth, like fairly recently. It's like that Canvas brand t-shirt, which are, I mean, fine. But it seems to be like printed pretty good. Again, I was pretty surprised. Pleasantly surprised by how well they turned out. I can't speak to the logo hoodie and the logo t-shirt. I don't know how those are going to come up, but I'm guessing it's probably... It does smell like vinegar. They do arrive smelling like vinegar. I can confirm that. Wrath of Zalus, thanks for subbing. Like all Rooster Teeth merch now, they arrive and you have to wash them right away because they do stink. But look, I washed it. It still looks beautiful. This has been through the washer and the dryer. Why is it like... It's... Look at that. There's Charlotte. In pain. Beautiful Carson City, Nevada on the bottom. There's Charlotte. Show you the other one again. This is basically the only reason I'm streaming tonight, by the way, is to show these off. I might I might play something, but I don't know. This is gonna be a short stream though. And then why Carson? I'm so glad you asked. So, if you don't know, we also have a YouTube channel where we post our stream archives, which I've actually gotten much, much better at lately. Because Twitch now is better. The upload straight to YouTube thing is way better now. It was terrible before. And now it's really good, so all I have to do is click the button and go. So let me see. I'm gonna try to link if I can find it. I will link the stream where these shirts were first. These shirts were designed live on stream with Diction. It was a stream with Diction. Is it this one?
Keep going with whatever you're doing there on my face.
Yes, it is this one. All right. It's one of the all-time greatest episodes of What a Show. There's a super long link. So basically, the reason it was Carson City is because we were looking up design contests. The first one we did was for a container company, like a shipping container company. The second one we did was all of these were it was like a t-shirt design contest for the city of Carson City, Nevada. And they were just really fucking funny. There's like 4 other shirts that we also designed for this contest. And we did have to we swapped out the images, the original images, with a photo of me on one and Charlotte on the other, just because I don't know, we don't own the images we used in the stream, obviously. But they are very funny. Still, you should watch that whole stream. I think it's one of the best streams we've done. But yeah, I mean, if you want the merch, it's available. I lowered the price immediately after after listing it. But there's also a merch command, and there's like a button at the bottom of the thing too. But check that out. Oh, and I don't think I can show you yet, but I have received Ship Hits the Fan merch, which will be coming out. Let's see. So this week, I think this week is the final, like, in-between episode. Because we have to do it in seasons, which I know is stupid for a podcast. But, like, we just need time in between, like, big episodes to, I don't know, like, get shit together and pick 12 new ships that we're supposed to cover so Brian can get ahead on scripts and all that. We already recorded the first episode of the new season. It's a banger. It's really good. And the last bonus episode or whatever, which is coming out on Wednesday, is super fun too. And actually both, if you're a Canadian, or if you're just a fan of all things Canada, you're going to want to check those two out. They're both very Canadian. The first one is very Canadian. It's about a Canadian legend, a folk tale, if you will, but it's ship related. The second one's about a tragedy. Just where we're more comfortable anyway. I can't tell you what it is. Season 1, what was my favorite episode? What did we cover in season 1? I'd have to look that up. I'll tell you what wasn't my favorite was the Philippines ferry one. That one wasn't a favorite. And I already knew about that. I'd already watched like a documentary on it, and it's still just like, oof. There's just no room to have any fun there. Which, I mean, it's still, we're interested in all kinds of shipwrecks, but it's more fun to record. I don't know if like people liked it or not. I'm not really sure, but it's not super fun to record those. I still like doing them. And there's another one that we might do, not this season, but it would probably be the next one. That is also just like, it's the South Korean ferry. If you want to look it up, it's no fun. I also watched a little doc on that, and it's just really fucking sad and brutal. And it doesn't have the whimsy of something that happened like over 100, 200 years ago, let's see. I need a quick refresher on what we have done, what we have covered in this podcast. Oh, the Sultana was really fun. I liked that one a lot. God, I don't even remember half of these. I know the Costa Concordia was really fun to record. Like what the hell? Just seeing the names of the ships, my memory is so bad. Oh, the USS Jeanette. That was awesome. That was like the crazy, like, survival tale of the people in the Arctic. Oh, you trying to find the best episode to start on? I mean, the first one was great. Just start from the beginning. Otherwise, but I mean, if you want like a favorite, yeah, I would say Costa Concordia is awesome. Because that one's just fun because it's like the captain is such a doofus. It basically sunk because he was trying to impress his mistress. The SS Norge was really interesting to me because it like the thing that sunk it is so, it's just a rock that is like at sea level in the middle of the ocean. There's just like no way to see it. Jojo, you can go to bed if you want. I'm just showing off merch. Let me show you. Let me show you, Jojo. Come on. Come on, are you kidding me? Look at that. What? What? But that podcast is like one of the most fun, satisfying things I've ever done. And I like it because it's something that, like What a Show, it's something that we created. I love, don't get me wrong, Funhaus is the best job I've ever had. But it was inherited through a strange series of incidents, right? Like, I love it dearly. I love doing it. I love the stuff we make, but I don't know, will it ever feel like it's mine? I don't know. Because it's a super old channel that just fell into our laps and they were like, I guess you can have this now. Right? And I like What a Show. And I like Ship Hits the Fan. Because it's something that we brought to the table. Well, not What a Show. What a Show we just did. But Ship Hits the Fan, it's something that we came up with the idea for. We pitched it. And it's doing very good. I'll tell you that too. It's doing real well. All right? Thank you. I don't know if I'll be on Must Be Dice Season 2. I think I may have requested to not be. Which, not because it wasn't super fun, but it does take up all of your time. I mean, those were full day records where we recorded like 3 episodes back to back. Literally, that's how that show was shot. And we all agreed to shoot it that way, but afterwards I was like so drained that I think I may have requested not to be in season 2. Which is cool too, because like other people probably want to be on that show. And it's different characters. It's not like it's not like someone else is gonna take over my role or whatever. Oh, thank you for subbing, whoever that was. Dakono. Thank you, Wrath of Zalus. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I think me and Charlotte, I think Funhaus as it is right now is amazing. I think it's great. And super funny. Like I love giving notes on. I love like seeing, producing everything. I love going. I go into like our notes website and just like watch stuff in its rough cuts sometimes, just because I'm so excited to see what other people have going on and everything. Wrath of Zealous, that is a hot take. I mean, I don't think you're gonna find much resistance here. But don't say that on YouTube. Now, look, I love old Funhaus. It's fucking hilarious. Some of it is a little poisoned to me now, if you know what I mean. But it's still amazing. It's still so fucking funny. And I think what we're doing now is also extremely fucking funny. And like we're friends with Bruce and Lawrence. Lawrence just came in and did the Omicron finale, which is like one of my favorite things that we've ever done there. Like Jacob killed it. That edit was so that was one that I was like bugging him. I was like, I don't know. I think I gave notes on that one. Even though it's like a Jacob, so it's dumb and no one cares inside baseball, but the way something works is like a lot of the times you produce and edit your own shows, right? But for weekly series, which I do a lot of the Monday series, just timing wise, it's tough, So what ends up happening is other people end up editing an episode here so you can catch up or do something else, and someone else edits an episode. And like with Word of the Day, I was editing all of those and we were shooting them way too, like, that was kind of a nightmare for me personally. But basically I got to give, if you're producing a video though, you'll put it on the thing so that someone else, even though you're the producer and you have the final say, whatever, somebody else can just see it. They can catch things, say, hey, this would be funny here, add this sound effect, whatever. And I got to give notes on that one. And I was like bugging Jacob. I was like, when is this going up? When is this going up? Because I wanted to see it so bad. It was so good. It's the best. Jacob notes are great too, because it's all just sound effects. It's just put in sound effects. How do you guys decide when some of the more behind the scenes editors are in stuff? John, Omar, Justin, etc. Well, Omar doesn't really.
Long-term success in network marketing comes only
I don't think Omar is like super in. I don't think that's like what he wants necessarily, is to be in a bunch of stuff. But people put him in stuff all the time. Otherwise, it's just like there isn't really a super clear delineation of like who's who. John Holland's producing like a huge thing soon. I don't know if he's in it though. I think he might have just wanted to be like the behind the scenes. Yeah, but no, I don't know. I don't know what the decision is. I mean, I think everyone just has. There's definitely. I'm sure there are some people where it's like, because they're not in a lot of stuff, you forget to cast them and stuff, even if they're super funny and great in the room and everything. But for the most part, I mean, you just cast who you want to be, who you want to make a thing with, who you want it. But that changes all the time too. And there's also like, we're playing, like if I'm casting a Star Wars game, obviously Jacob's going to be in it. But there's other like different things where, you're like, oh, this person and this person together are super funny, so I'm going to put those two together. There's a lot of that. But also at the same time, I think you can kind of grab any 4 people from The Office and you're probably going to have a pretty good video. So Yeah. I'm also very sad that Justin is gone. He was back briefly, and I think he might be coming back. I don't know. Yeah. But, yeah, John's got some good one-liners. He was great in, what was that video? Arthurian Legends? Where we were all in, like, knight costumes and shit. Lindsay was so fucking funny in the video, too. Anytime she's playing, like, a sad, or it's just, yeah, it's great. But John Smith is also back. Oh, that one definitely got there's no way that one didn't get demonetized. That was like the whole thing was talking about fucking. I have seen the trailer for Avatar 2. I saw the Doctor Strange movie, and that played ahead of it, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And then it's like the most boring trailer I've ever seen. It was like nothing about that made me excited to see Avatar 2. Here's the thing though, is I'm still gonna see it probably day one. I just won't be excited about it. So, I enjoyed Doctor Strange actually. I'm not a I mean, I think it's safe to say everyone knows I'm not a big Marvel head. But I actually really I thought Doctor Strange was super fun. I loved the Sam Raimi touch. I think it was nice to see a Marvel movie that I mean, the best Marvel movies are the ones that feel like they were directed by like a human being. Which I think this one was. The backlash to this one is bizarre. I'm hearing that many adults thought it was too scary, but I also can't tell how much of this is just people on Twitter who heard secondhand that a bunch of adults were saying it was too scary, and how much of that has actually happened, you know? It's like, I love Sam Raimi. I mean that's why I liked it, because here's the thing. People are mad about like character decisions, and I don't give a shit about any of that. Right? Like, it's fucking Marvel. Come on. The bar is so low. Like, I think it's okay to whatever. But, I mean, if you're invested in it, you're invested in it. And if you didn't like that, that's your right. But, no, I thought it was cool. It was still a Marvel movie, with all those things. But still, the stakes were the end of the world or whatever, which they always are. It's not a spoiler, but I liked the Sam Raimi stuff. I liked when it got a little bit, the imagery was a little more horror-y inspired. And I thought it was cool. I enjoyed it. But yeah, I agree. I hope Sam Raimi takes the money, the bag, which I'm sure was sizable, that he got from this movie to make something that is not a Marvel movie, which I think is why people do these movies in the first place generally, other than like maybe James Gunn. He seems to like doing the superhero stuff, but like what's his face, Taika Waititi, it's a paycheck. I mean, look, he does a good job for that check. I don't think he's like writing it off, like, oh, I can just like shit out a movie, and I don't think it's that, but like, he's making these movies to make a shitload of money so that he can make a movie that he wants to make. You know what I mean? Which is like how it used to. That's how like a lot of studio stuff works, is the like one for you, one for them deal, right? Where you make like a huge studio movie where you kind of give up a lot of your creative control, but they get to attach your name to it. Maybe you get to add, a little bit of your own sensibilities to it. And then you get a huge check, and they, in return, give you $10 million to make a shitty, or not shitty, but $10 million or whatever to make something that you want to make, that you have total creative control over, that you wrote or whatever, So I hope that's what it is for Sam Raimi. Because Drag Me to Hell fucking rocks. And, I mean, Evil Dead, obviously. I can snap. What is the snapping thing from? Because I can snap. I saw art of that apparently I can't snap. I can snap. I think Christopher Nolan's one of those people, though, at this point where he can just kind of make whatever. Maybe that's because of Dark Knight and those movies. But he can definitely. He's like Quentin Tarantino or someone like that. I think where he can. Maybe Wes Anderson too is in that. You know, where they don't have to really do stuff for anyone else anymore. But because they're so well known, everything they do is probably going to be kind of a hit. Oh, is that what it's from when we were clapping in the intro? Oh, no, I can snap. I can snap. I don't know why I was just clapping. I just thought it was funnier to be clapping, but I guess I should have probably been snapping. I gotta say, I do not like Our Flag Means Death. I've only watched 3 or 4 episodes of it, and I cannot get into it. I don't think it's bad. I cannot get into it. But I'm happy that you love it. I love What We Do in the Shadows. I think What We Do in the Shadows is fucking amazing. I think the TV show is better than the movie. And I love the movie too, but I think the show is like incredible. My issue with What We Do in the Shadows, or not What We Do in the Shadows, with, the hell is it? Our Flag Means Death. I don't find it funny at all. And, like, I really like everyone involved. I like everybody involved in that show. I love Reese Darby. I don't know who a lot of the side actors are, but they're all people that I, have seen in other stuff and have thought were funny. That's the thing. I think it is. It's very, like, quirky instead of, which I'm kind of over the quirky thing, I think. There's a lot of that when I was, like, in high school, and I think I kind of burnt myself out on it. But a lot of people seem to really like it, and I'm very happy for them. And I wish them the best. I love the Cornetto trilogy, of course. I really love the third one, which no one talks about anymore. Everyone forgot about the third one, and I think the third one is incredible. I like all of them, though. I think Shaun of the Dead is still I haven't seen the I felt so bad going to Doctor Strange when there's still like movies in theaters that I haven't seen Everything Everywhere All at Once yet. I haven't seen The Northman yet. I want to see the Nick Cage movie. Like, those are movies that I wanted to see way more than Doctor Strange, but I just got swept up in like the hype of it. And I was like, I gotta see this fucking movie tonight. I saw it on like opening night. And now I've heard the Nick Cage movie because I saw the trailer and I was like, God fucking, I hate this. I hate that shit. Like the self-referential, just kind of like, ugh, like, haha, yep, he's a funny, weird guy. But I've heard that it's actually really good. So I'm super excited. I'm really glad that it's good. People think I'm very negative, which I am because it's very funny. It's funnier to be super negative, I think, if you don't like something than to be soft on it. But I actually really love the things that I love, which are numerous. I loved Pig. I fucking loved Pig. There's some weird shit in there where I was like, I don't know that I'm buying an underground restaurant Fight Club, but fuck it. I loved it. I loved Pig. Yeah. What else have I... Rewatching Star Wars. Just the originals. And I gotta say, still bangers. Every single one of those movies is still bringing fire. I got the 4K fan edits, the 4K despecialized fan edits. Or not edits, really, but they're like fan restorations. Oof. Come on. It's never looked better. Here's what I'll say. This is an exclusive. I would say Star Wars. Look, I don't have the trivia. I don't have the fucking brain space. I did enough drugs and shit to wipe out a lot of this. But I mean, Star Wars as a kid, I think I'm right. I think I'm right up there with Jacob in terms of how much that shit, that stupid fake shit meant to me, as a child. And so Wrath of Zaelus. I regret to inform you, I did watch episode 3 recently. When it goes, it goes. Right? There's some really great moments in Revenge of the Sith. But, and I'll say this, I watched episode 3 7 times in theaters. I was a sophomore in high school, I believe. I think I was a sophomore. And even then I was like, this is a bad movie. But it was too cool to see all the shit that, you've been waiting your whole childhood to see or whatever. And yeah. Well, so first of all, the CG has not held up. It's bad. It's the best that there was at the time, but it sucks. It's not very good. CG Yoda is still like, ugh, why was that? Like, they have the puppet. Don't use the episode 1 puppet because that thing looks fucking weird. But there's still like the fight at the end is still cool as shit, except then it's interrupted by like the worst dialogue you've ever heard in your life. I think the original 3 are great movies. I really think the original 3 are great movies. Anything after that, I think there's a lot of room for debate. But the original 3, like, oh my God, especially like, I don't know. I think now it's so flooded. 'Cause like I wasn't that old when episode 1 came out. But I remember a significant period of time where it was just the first 3 Star Wars movies, and it was like, I guess this is just what we get. And it was so cool because you had like the whole expanded unit. There's all this shit you could get into, but you still had to kind of like dig a little bit forward and stuff. And then the prequels came out, and those are just like, I mean, those are just terrible. I don't think like we can go back and forth all day about Last Jedi, which I have opinions on. We can go back and forth on that one. There's not a lot of room for back and forth on the prequels. They're pretty bad. But yeah, if you watched them later in life, I could totally see having a very different reaction to. Oh no, watch in release order. For sure watch in release order. And even then, I would say try and find if you can, get the despecialized. There's like 3 different, there's despecialized, which is all in 720 because when it was being made, that's kind of what HD was still mostly 720. They're really good. If you can find a download of those, watch them that way. Otherwise, there are now it's called 4K 77 and there's 4K 83. That is a fan restoration of an original 35 millimeter print of New Hope and Return of the Jedi. They're working on Empire. They're working on Empire right now. It's not out yet. So you gotta find something else to watch Empire. You gotta find another illegal way. Episode 9 is bad. Yes. Except it did give us Babu Frick, which does, that counts for something. Right? Someone subscribed. Oh, Bogus28. Thank you for subbing. Yeah, my thoughts on the sequel trilogy are, the first one, I really liked seeing it in the theaters. I thought it was 7. Force Awakens. I loved seeing it in the theaters. I had a lot of issues with it, but I thought it was really fun. It felt like, like a Star Wars movie again. But it's definitely way too like reverential to the original 3, and 2, like, I mean, there's nothing done there that's original. I think there's a way to include all those characters that still would have been super cool, but you don't have to do the same thing. Like, It's just like blowing up the Republic or whatever the fuck that was with like a planet thing. This is the dumbest conversation I've ever had live on the stream before, by the way. It was just like, okay, but I didn't understand. I don't understand what the rules of this whole thing are. So I don't know what that has no weight to me because it hasn't even been a part of this. It's just, which like, I guess you could say the same about Alderaan and stuff, but you had like a character there, Leia, who was reacting to it. You know, she's from there. So there was a little more weight to it. But 7 was fine. Yeah, I think I agree with that. If 8 and 9, if I loved 8 and 9, 7 would be fine. Good. Personally, I hate Last Jedi. I do not like Last Jedi at all. 9 is... what the fuck? I mean, what's insane to me is like... I mean, they pulled the rug out on everybody. Like, John Boyega, he's out. They just got rid of him, basically. Oscar Isaac, like... he does nothing in all 3 of those. I mean, in the first movie, he's kind of just like a cool guy, but whatever. But you expect like, oh, more's gonna happen. Nothing. He's just there. I don't even know are they even friends, really? Like the 3 of them. It's so weird. Here's what I'll say about Rogue One. I like the end of Rogue One. I like once they get to that planet. I like that. I didn't think there was any like character stuff going on in the initial part to make me care about them, but there's enough cool Star Wars stuff at the end, and I think it was really like it was exciting. You know, the end. It was a cool battle. The Darth Vader thing at the end is pretty cool until CG Leia pops up. Yeah. I don't know. I think Rogue One's probably the best of the ones that have come out since the prequel. Like of all the new Disney Star Wars stuff, Rogue One's probably my favorite. I mean, I think I've watched that one. I watched Force Awakens a couple times, I guess. I've seen that fairly, maybe like 4 or 5 times. Rogue One, I think I've seen like 3 times. And then everything out, Last Jedi and Solo, I've seen twice. Solo, the second time I only watched it very recently. And then Episode 9 I watched once in the theaters, which is like insane for a Star Wars movie. At least like, because Last Jedi, I hated it in the theater. I was like, that was dog shit. Why? What was that? And then when it came out, a lot of people liked it. A lot of people were saying like, no, this is cool. This is good. Check it out. So I watched it again. And I was just like, I still don't like it. I still feel the same. Me and Charlotte had to stop talking about Last Jedi because it completely stopped being fun for us. We were just getting mad at each other. And it's such a stupid thing. Like, who fucking cares? The only thing, like, I was so fucking obsessed with Star. I mean, I had my birthday party when I was a kid at like a traveling exhibit of Star Wars. It was like art and models and stuff, super cool. But like, I mean, I guess it's probably still like the most important franchise that I've had in my life. You know, for whatever that means. Even if I had like Lord of the Rings, maybe a little more now. But Last Jedi kind of killed my interest in it somewhat. Like, I don't get as antsy and excited for a new Star Wars thing coming out. But then sometimes, once the hype train starts going and I'm seeing stuff, sometimes it'll kind of get me back into it. But it was kind of sort of nice, I guess, in a way, to be like, oh, I don't totally have to care about this shit anymore. Because I still have the original 3 movies, which is all I ever really wanted. Yeah. But, you know, whatever. People love Last Jedi, and that's fine. Maybe there's something I'm not seeing there, but I don't know. But I don't think, I mean, and obviously, I don't think I need to say this. It's not the weirdo, like, right-wing shit that I don't know what the fuck they're going about. I just didn't like the movie. There was some other shit wrapped up in that did not, I don't know what was going on there. But, so, the biggest problem, though, with the sequel trilogy, which everyone knows, but I think is so strange, is Disney has such a stranglehold on their Marvel stuff, right? Like when you watch, to me, when you watch Thor Ragnarok, most of that movie is Taika Waititi. I would say like half of it is him, right? All the stuff on the planet with like the gladiator planet. I mean, it's from comics, but like that, it feels like him. All the other shit with like the world ending and the Ragnarok shit with God damn it, what's her name? Galadriel, Kate Blanchett. All that stuff feels like Marvel was just like, oh no, we need to get here, so you have to put this in. Like it feels like two separate movies that are just like mashed together. Guardians of the Galaxy, they kind of seem to just let them do whatever they want. And I think, yeah, it's Doctor Strange, because I don't think they give a shit about Doctor Strange. That was a lot of Sam Raimi in there. But like, yeah, I mean, I think Thor Ragnarok is half a really great, funny, dumb Taika Waititi movie, and the other half is like, why are there stakes? It's just like a total shift. I don't know. It's dumb, but they needed to, get somewhere with that story, I guess. Anyway, what I'm saying is it's hilarious that to me that the Marvel stuff is like on such tight fucking stranglehold lockdown, and Star Wars, they're like, oh, we don't have a plan. No, it's just up to whoever writes the movies, which it'll be a different guy every time. Whoever writes them will just figure it out as they go on the fly, and we'll just put it out no matter what it is. We're not going to vet it at all. No, we're not going to read them. Just put it out. It's the biggest franchise in the world, one of the biggest franchises in the world. Just put it out. It's just bizarre. It's such a weird, like, how did that happen? How did they let that happen? It's crazy. Yeah, like 7 through 9, it makes no sense. Well, I mean, that whole the Avengers thing, like Infinity War and Endgame, which I enjoyed, going to any other Marvel movie after those is kind of like, okay. Kind of feel like you reached a natural end point. And anything else is kind of just like, okay. I don't even want to talk about Eternals. That movie was that was a slog. I think it took me 3 tries to finish it. I had to watch it in 3 sittings. No Way Home was fun. I mean, it was enjoyable. Kind of whatever as a movie, but it was fun. It's nice seeing Tobey Maguire again as Spider-Man. That was cool. And it's good to see Andrew Garfield for the first time as Spider-Man. Oh, the shows the shows are very, yeah. I haven't even watched all of them. And I won't. Because, yeah, there's other shit to watch. There's other shows to watch that are, like, good. And I don't know. I don't need to commit 8. I'll watch every single episode of any Star Wars shit, though. That's unfortunately. Except for the animated. I haven't watched much of the animated stuff because I just really don't like that CG animated style. But look, they make Book of Boba Fett, too. I'm going to watch it. Even if it's just as bad as the first season, I'm still going to fucking watch it. Right? I know a lot of people love Moon Knight comics. I think Warren Ellis, people really like his run on that show. But I watched the first 2 episodes of the show. It was just like, what? So the one Mando episode of Book of Boba Fett I thought was pretty good. I enjoyed that a lot. Where just Boba Fett wasn't in it at all. All the Boba Fett stuff that was so boring. Just like, ugh. There was I think episode 3 or 4 was kind of cool. And then pretty much everything else I was sort of just like, ugh. And I love that actor. I like most of the people involved in Book of Boba Fett. It felt like they didn't have enough money or something. I don't know. Neil Breen's the god. Yeah, that's all there is to it. Check out some Neil Breen. I'm rewatching Breaking Bad. Uh-oh. And I have no problem with people who love Marvel shit. I think the annoying thing for me is like you see stuff on, and this is Twitter, where it's like the most annoying people in the world are Twitter people. Twitter's terrible. I don't get anything enjoyable out of it. But, I saw someone arguing like, I'm a film student and Doctor Strange 2 is objectively dog shit bad. It was like, because you're a film student? Because that's not, I'm sorry, that does not mean what you think it means. It's just like this weird objective, like, no, this is bad, and here's why. And the movie was too mean. Like, that's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Movies can be mean. But, yeah. Anyway, here's the merch again. Very scary picture of me. And a very scared picture of Charlotte. What do I think of A24 films? Well, that's the weird meme thing too, right? It's like, there's no such thing as an A24. It's just a studio that, like, pays for distribution rights. It's not a franchise. It's not, I think they make some really good stuff. They make some stuff that probably sucks. Yeah, there's no. It's not a real like categorization, and I don't really know. Maybe there's people who are just annoying about them. I can't tell. That's another one, like with the Marvel people, saying Doctor Strange was too scary. I can't tell how much of it is actually people that said this, and how much of it is people on Twitter pretending that people said it and then getting mad at the fake person that they are pretending said it. Right? It doesn't. I don't know what. I don't know what to believe. Oh, thank you, McLauda. Can you leave? Can we ban McLauda? Oh yeah, selling A24 merch is. I mean, that's strange. It's kind of weird. I wouldn't buy that. Let's see what A24 has done that. Here's the other thing I don't understand. Why A24? Like, there's a lot of studios like that. Or not even studios, but like, Can we ban McLauda, please? It's Charlotte, and I did change. As I said, I changed the passwords. She won't be joining us any longer. She's gone for good. Okay, well, the A24 homepage is just a merch store. I don't know how to just see what movies they've made or produced or published or whatever it is. I'm excited for Men, that guy. Oh yeah, Annapurna. Like, why isn't Annapurna being shit on the way A24 is? They make the same shit. Thank you for the bits. Annapurna does a lot of... Yeah, so Annapurna's games are great. I think they do some good movies. Better Hearn. Thank you. But I'm excited to see Men. It's the new, the guy who made Ex Machina and, oh my god, what's the... Come on, we all know it. We all know it. Annihilation. Psyched. Fucking psyched. And here's the other thing. A24 made Tusk. Alright? Like... They made Tusk. Oh, damn. I'm looking at their list of movies. I gotta watch Green Room again. God damn, they put out a ton of movies. Okay, well, this is why they're so shit on. They put out like 40 movies a year. Holy shit. Oh, never mind. I'm just seeing the 2010s in one batch. I actually like Tusk. Now, look, I think the reason people like get mad about the A24 thing or whatever is because it's like it's one of the few studios that's, you know, I don't know what the extent of their involvement is, if they're just publishing the movies locally in the U.S. or if they're putting up money. Well, Blumhouse is mostly horror, I think, is maybe the difference there. But I agree, like a similar thing where it's like somebody giving money to people who they're not getting a bunch of studio interference. It's people with a vision, whatever. Whether that's good or bad.
Champagne.
Like Neil Breen and Tommy Wiseau are men of vision. They have vision. Doesn't mean it's good, but they have vision. Yeah, Focus Films, that was another one. I think it's just because a lot of the critically acclaimed stuff ends up being has their logo on the front of it, which is not because it was made by them. It's because they gave somebody a bunch of money to make a movie that they wanted to make. Whereas I don't know if Taika Waititi, if someone said, hey, you can either have $80 million to make Thor, you can have $80 million to do whatever you want. I'm guessing he's going to take the whatever you want money. But who knows? Who knows? Didn't Image Comics just sell to didn't Square Enix sell? Part of that deal was Image Comics? Let me get to the bottom of this. Hearn. Thank you for the bits too. I don't know if I said that, Armand. Somebody ordered merch. I got an alert for it. Couple people. Oh wait, no, that was 5 days ago. Okay. Well, maybe Image didn't sell to any. Oh, you know what Image Comics is putting out? Is the NFT, the Bored Ape NFT comic. Ooh. Yikes. That is. Fuck. That's gonna suck. But I desperately want to read it. Image Comics is the one that was started by, what's his face? Spider-Man. Spawn. Right? Todd McFarlane. Rob Liefeld. No. Actually, I think he did. I'm looking at it. He was a founder, but I think it's Todd McFarlane's company, right? Or is Rob Liefeld still an owner? Rob Liefeld art is so funny. Oh, he might still be an owner. He is a co-founder. But I'm not seeing his Captain America art. Oh my god. His Captain America art is so funny. Where he has his chest goes out 2 feet and then down. Just look up Rob Liefeld Captain America if you haven't seen it. It's It's wild. Let's see if I can put it on stream. What the fuck? Oh, it's a WebP. God fuck. WebPs are a cancer that we need to wipe from the earth. There we go. This is a classic Liefeld. Also, the purport, like, it doesn't make any sense. He's like, the body is leaned way forward, but the head is like it doesn't. The angle is so wrong. But this is one of the top comic creators. This is the guy who created Deadpool, Cable. It's one of the top comic artists, probably of all time. Ever. Like, hugely fucking successful in the 90s. Hugely successful and popular in the 90s. Oh, so at one point Image tried to oust Rob Liefeld and he resigned and he gave up his shares. I know Todd McFarlane, I think, is a huge piece of shit. I know him and Neil Gaiman have had like lawsuits back and forth over, because Neil Gaiman created some characters for Spawn. And then I think Todd McFarlane like thought he owned the rights to Miracle Man, which was like Alan Moore's first breakthrough comic. And he like fucked up so the publishing rights for that one were like in hell for 20, 30 years. And at one point it was partially because of Todd McFarlane, but I think there were plenty of other issues too. But Brad Stacks, thank you for subscribing. Let's see what they got. They got the Miller World imprint. Okay. That's Mark Millar, I guess. He's a piece of shit, right? He's written some good stuff, but I think he's a piece of shit. They're not Hellboy's Dark Horse. Oh, maybe Dark Horse is what I was thinking of when I said Image. I think it is. I think I was thinking of Dark Horse that maybe was part of that Square Enix deal. I think Image's probably biggest thing at this point is it's got to be Walking Dead, right? Is Warren Ellis a piece of shit? I know, like, Frank Miller is. There's also like a certain kind of... Oh, Saga, yeah. Is Saga done? Because I was waiting to... I was reading that as it came out. And I loved it. But I was reading it as it came out. This is when I lived in Chicago, so 6 or 7 years ago now. And at a certain point, like, my memory is so bad that I loved it, but I can't do monthly comics anymore. I was also reading The Boys as it came out back in the day, and I had to stop all of the... Like, I had to stop it because it's just, like, a normal run on a comic. Like, a respectable, normal length run by one creator who's trying to, like, tell a story is, like, 50 to 75 issues, right? Maybe 100 on the long end. Average. I mean, there's people that go way longer than that, and people... Obviously, there's, like, 4-issue arcs, whatever. But oh my god, like, I can't. The 1 issue a month for 70 to 100 issues? How the fuck am I supposed to remember what happened? Like, it's been, I mean, like I said, when did Saga start coming out? Which, like, I mean, obviously, you have to draw this shit. You have to write this shit, draw this shit, print this shit. Like, of course, it makes sense that it takes that long. I'm just saying from like a reader's perspective. At a certain point, it's sort of like, damn, I kind of want to just wait till it's done, and I can just in one go. So Saga started in 2012. So it's been going for 10 years. Yeah, I do buy a lot of the trade paperbacks. See, when I was reading Berserk, that was fine because a new chapter came out every 6 years. So it was actually, who cares if you don't remember, you know? Because it's been so long, you didn't even remember that it was being written anymore. Aren't those manga dudes like insanely overworked and like drive themselves completely insane and like to death because of how hard they work? I've heard that before. Man, that sucks. Why? Why do they do that? Is that like what the business is for that? Because like Berserk's the only thing. I mean, by the time I read it, like, you know, it was almost at its end. Not its end, but you know, its unfortunate early end. Anyway, like I probably read it. I don't know, like 3 or 4 years ago for the first time. Maybe not even. So like not that many issues came out before he died. Like, but and then I read
Somebody has to be the best in the business.
20th Century Boys. That was already done by the time I read it. There's a bunch of others I've read, but like manga stuff, but it's all I always just buy, like by the time I find out about it, it's been done for years, so I mean, if you want to read Berserk, just like there's places to read it. Here's the other thing. I mean, the guy passed away, right? It's okay. I think it's okay if you want to read it for free. You know. And then down the road, you know, you do spend the $400 to buy all the deluxe editions. I've heard Fist of the North. Was it Fist of the North Star? Right. I've heard that's really good. Should I read that? You know what's strange? I really like I've read a lot of manga and I like it. Never seen an anime that I cared for. Drinking bubbly. That's not true. That's not true either. I'm being hyperbolic. You think piracy should be life in prison? Life in prison. I agree. Lock them up. I think I just like comics. Whether it's like manga or anything else. I think I just like comics. Would I steal a car? If I knew I could get away with it, sure. Yeah, of course. You wouldn't steal a car. Yeah, I think I just there's a part of me that likes reading. I don't know, maybe I just like I think I like consuming my cartoons via reading more than listening and viewing. Motion kills it for me. Duke Nukem 2001 leak? What does that mean? Is this hot news? Is this a scoop? Oh yeah, 2001 build of Duke Nukem Forever. Holy shit! Wait, Duke Nukem Forever did come out, right? It ended up like coming out and everyone hated it, but Sandman Domino is like my favorite thing of all time. I'm a big Sandman head. I fucking love Sandman. Barely populated test levels. I don't know who leaked this. I mean, this looks like a 2001 shooter, for sure. I didn't have Duke Nukem as a kid. My friend had it, so we would play it and look at the boobs. Of course, you know, you have to. Aliens, Colonial Marines. That was the game where like somebody like a fan fixed the game by changing like one line of code. And fixed, like, I think they said it was still a pretty shitty game, but like it at least worked after that. Yeah, I don't remember. There was some, yeah, it was like an AI thing. You know, Alien Isolation. I love that game, but it probably took me 5 tries to actually finish it. Like stopping and starting. And then I would be like, oh fuck, if I'm gonna try to play it, I gotta start from the beginning, so I'm not gonna remember anything. And then one time young Carlos deleted my save file. And I was really mad at him. Very upset. Did not say anything, of course. I told him later, when he was older, when he could handle it. VR for that would be very scary. I wouldn't want that. I don't want to play VR scary stuff. I've done enough to know that it's too much. Because your body reacts as if it's, actually happening. It's terrible. Anyway, what's going on? What's going on? I guess, you know what? We've been going already longer than I thought we would. So I think I'm gonna call it. One last time. We have merch now. It's available for purchase. We got the Pay the Dirt price with Charlotte on it. They both reference Carson City, Nevada, of course. And then we got the Miss You Like a Brother, Love You Like a Dog. Carson claims another with my face on it. Yeah, thank you. There's the merch link. You can also, if you're just watching, you can just scroll down and there should be a button. There should be like a merch button. Let me make sure that's there. We also have like a tip jar now, but I don't know how the fuck that works, so don't worry about that. It's all this new crap that we've like put in, and then it's like half done, kind of, you know what I mean? And maybe we'll figure it out eventually. But you bought a logo shirt, good. I'm glad that I'm excited to see how those turned out because I didn't buy one of those because we have to pay. I mean, we get it cheaper, but we still have to pay for our stuff, and like. I'm sorry the shipping is so much. I don't know why the shipping is like it's like $5 to $7, it seems like, which is kind of crazy. That's why I lowered the price of the shirts after I started up the store, because I went to order stuff and I was like, this seems like a lot. So there's nothing I can do. That's just the site, I guess. And it's the easiest place for us to have it for now. Maybe we can try and figure that out, but they seem like decent quality shirts, and the screen printing is pretty good on them. Yeah, also I'm not sure why shipping is taking so long. I guess because it's print on demand, right? It's print on demand, which, well, I mean, that doesn't mean it takes long, but it's print on demand, and they say that there's COVID delays, which I don't know if mail is still delayed because of COVID. I don't feel like we haven't really had too big of an issue with that, other than, I guess, like the container ships, but I don't think these are shipping from like internationally. But I guess they probably are. Now that I think about it, maybe they are. But I don't know. Yeah, COVID is Alex. You remember when Amazon, it took like 2 weeks to get a package, even with Prime? I called and I said, absolutely fuck. I don't care who gets COVID. I want my shit now, tonight. The California ports seem like I've like been to them, not the port, but where you could see that, and there's not as much of a backup anymore. I know there used to be just ships like lined out into the ocean, and they're not as many anymore. Severe lack of postal workers. That's probably because they're not paid well enough. That's my guess. Maybe do that, and you might have enough postal workers. I don't know. Something to think about. All right, let's read Zach. Yeah, Charlotte. I officially fired Charlotte from What a Show. Remember when I said that and everyone thought, like, a good chunk of people thought I was serious? Like, they really believed. They really believed that she was gone, that we'd had, like, some kind of falling out or something. Oh. That was hilarious. Anyway. Go say hi to Zach. All right? You start full-time what next Wednesday? Oh, JoJo's the new. Yeah. Well, we'll test it. We're gonna rotate some people in and out, kind of get a feel for who's got the goods, and who doesn't. And JoJo's first. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right. Who the fuck am I rating? Zach, right? Yeah. Ooh, he's playing Dark Souls. It looks like he's in Anor Londo. So wish him luck. Maybe I'll get to see him fight Ornstein and Smo. All right. Take it easy, everybody.